Hi, hello, welcome everyone once again back to the session. This is your mentor Kabilan. Kindly check my audio, video, everything is fine. Kindly let me know in the live chat. Looking for all the people. Yes. Hi, Ritesh. Yes. Hi guys, kindly let me know whether my audio, video, everything is perfect. Yeah. So to start off with today's session, it's gonna be for profit and loss lecture one. So for those who have recently joined for today's session, if you're not aware of the previous videos, I've made videos on percentages lecture 1 and 2. I've made videos on the strategic plan for TANCET. So if you're really interested, kindly do go to the previous videos of mine in my playlist and you can watch the videos. Okay. So in this session, we're gonna see out and out profit and loss for all the people preparing for tests, TANCET, MAT, CMAT, etc. So profit and loss, it's gonna be out and out same for all the aspirants. Okay. So kindly give me a hi. Hi guys. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Gopalan. Thank you for your acknowledgement. Yes, kindly do join in the live chat so that I hope this class will be perfectly interesting for all the people. And let's try to make it easier how to do the solutions in a smarter and in the simplest way. Better not complicate with the solution process. Let's try to start off with profit and loss one. So before starting the session, don't forget to join us on social media, that is on YouTube and Telegram, where you can get all the live updates and also the structured materials for the courses. Okay. So if you really want to avail any of the subscription, kindly do take it my promo code of KABI10, where you'll be getting an absolute 10% off for CAT subscription, where the 1 year package it will be 15,750 and for 2 years it's going to be 18,900. So let's get on to the very first session for profit and loss. Right? Clear everybody? Let's get started with today's session. And if I get a lot more participants, the live chat participants daily, the classes would be so much interesting. And most importantly, one thing I want to pitch up here, the classes are absolutely free. Okay, so you can refer as many friends as you know. Why? Because a lot of people are getting paid for what they're being taught. Okay, but this platform is absolutely free. And if you have any of your friends who are, you know, um, simultaneously preparing for the preparations, kindly do refer with your friends so that they can also watch it and get benefited absolutely free. Okay, so this is our main intention, and just to make sure, getting the live chat viewers, many live chat viewers, it would be so much useful. Okay, absolutely, it will be useful for testnet as well, Ritesh. Okay, absolutely, it will be useful for testnet also. That is for Tata Institute of Social Science. Profit and loss plays a major, inevitable role in your preparation. Yeah, definitely you know the syllabus, I guess. Okay, it will be useful for your test preparation as well. Okay, so let's get started with today's session, guys. Profit and loss. So, first of all, if I say the term profit and loss, this is something which will be more relatable in our day-to-day life. Everybody face profit in their business if they have a fortunate situations and circumstances, and everybody if they are very unfortunate with whatever business they take forward, they face loss as well. Okay, so what is that exact term profit and loss, and how we can exactly calculate what is profit and what is loss? So first of all, before getting into the concept, let me just want all of you to understand the various important terms in profit and loss. The first important term is the cost price, which in short, I call it CP. The second important term is selling price, which in short SP. The third important, term is MP. See, MP will be otherwise called as MRP, or will also be otherwise called as LP. I'll tell you what is this. This is actually called as marked price or maximum retail price or the list price. Okay. So I'll try to differentiate what are the various exact definitions of these things. And the last important thing is discount. Okay. In short, I'll call it D. So guys, listen carefully. If you ask me what is cost price is nothing but the exact amount of price which is taken to manufacture or to make a desired product or commodity is called as cost price. And if you go for the selling price is nothing but along with the cost price, if you do incur profit or the loss which you make, that will be summed up with selling price. Okay, so selling price is nothing but along with cost price, if you make a profit, that sums up to it, or if you make a loss, that sums up to it. So these things put together will be called as selling price. Okay, and third important thing is marked price or maximum retail price, or sometimes it is called as list price. So all three are one and the same. And if you see this very carefully, this is actually the price at which, if a person wants, let's say if a shopkeeper, if he wants to give a favor for the customer, he would give a discount on marked price or on maximum retail price or on list price. Okay, discount factor, you know that already, right? So definitely what you need to really understand, discount will be given only on marked price or maximum retail price or list price. All three are one and the same. Okay, so these four are the important terms which we really need to remember, understand, and what is the exact difference between. Okay, and if you see this marked price, what is extra with that marked price? Marked price will be inclusive of the cost price, with the profit, and also with various taxes. For example, if you go to a shop and if you buy a Cadbury Diamond, at the back of it you can able to see if it costs MRP inclusive of all taxes 20 rupees, which means marked price is inclusive of all the taxes. So these are all the various things which you really need to remember. And if you're really clear with this, let me just quickly go for the next thing, the important concepts which we really need to remember when it comes to profit and loss. So as I told you before, cost price is nothing but the price at which commodity is being purchased. Okay, the commodity is being purchased, and I usually denote it as CP. And if you go for selling price, this is the price at which the commodity which is being sold. Okay, and it is denoted as SP. And marked price is something where a trader plans to sell an item. The marked price is usually denoted as MP. Okay, and the fourth factor is discount. That is actually the difference between the marked price and the selling price. So listen very carefully, guys. These are all the various formula which you really need to remember. That is, discount D is equal to, from the marked price, if you try to subtract the selling price, definitely you will be getting how much discount is being given for the desired product. Okay, and if you go for profit, how can you find profit? If you try to subtract cost price from selling price, so profit P is equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay, so this is actually called profit. And loss is nothing but loss, L is equal to from selling cost price, if you subtract selling price, that is CP minus SP, you do figuring how much loss the person exactly made. And the profit percentage and loss percentage, you see, that is actually profit divided by CP into 100. And loss percentage, if you see, it is loss divided by CP into 100. So always remember, you will always calculate profit only upon cost price. Okay, is there a voice problem, guys? Is there a voice problem? Is there a voice problem? Kindly let me know, guys. Ritesh, am I audible clearly? Yes. Am I audible clearly? Am I audible clearly, guys? Kindly let me know, please. Come on. And kindly do join me in the live chat so that I can personally address each and everybody and try to sort out your various doubts if you have any. Okay. So kindly do join in my live chat as well. Okay, thank you, Priyadashni. Thank you for the clarification. Yes. So let's get started with discount. So if you see discount, percentage discount, make sure you will always try to find the discount percentage only upon mark price. So what is the important thing which you really need to remember? If you calculate profit or loss percentage, you will calculate only upon cost price, and if you calculate discount percentage, you will calculate upon mark price. So this is really vital, very important to remember. So this slide is absolutely important for you guys to remember. And if you remember these things, this itself is more than enough for you guys to sort out each and every question from profit and loss. Okay. So if you're really clear with this, kindly give me a thumbs up so that we can quickly shift to the first beautiful question of today's session. Kindly give me a thumbs up, guys. Yes, thank you, Priyadashni. It's beautiful. Guys, let's quickly go for the very first question of today's session. And I'll give you a matter of, let's say, 30 seconds. I'll give you a matter of 30 seconds, and I just want to see who can bring me up the right answer for the very first question of today's session. Come on. It's sort of a very easy question. Come on, it's a matter of 30 seconds. You can easily sort out this one. What will be the right answer for the first question, guys? Quickly. Come on. I'm just looking for the right answer for the very first question. Hi. Hi, Gauri Shankar. Welcome to the live chat. Hi, Gauri Shankar. Yes, guys, I think it has been more than 30 seconds. We have surpassed this already. Come on. What will be the right answer for the very first question? Quickly. I think this is very easy now. Very easy. Nothing to complicate with the very first question. Yeah. I'll keep my phone here so that if some live chat happens, so that I can quickly acknowledge and give you a reply for that. Yeah. Okay. HP is not visible. Okay. So I'll better write it here. Okay. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. I'll write it here. Okay, guys. So they have clearly said Priya purchased a mobile for 40,000. So the cost price is what? 40,000. And the selling price is 48,000, guys. 48,000. Okay. Selling price is 48,000. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience caused here. Okay. So what will be the profit percent made by Priya on selling the scooter? That's your question. Quickly. What's going to be the answer? So in short, what we can do exactly here, if you really want to find the profit percentage is actually profit by CP into 100, as we know already, right? So what we can exactly do? How to find the profit here? Profit is nothing but what? Selling price minus cost price. So 48,000 minus 40,000, if you do, profit which he made is exactly 8,000. So 8,000 is the profit. Kindly do substitute in the formula. So 8,000 by 40,000, if you do into 100, this will exactly give you what? 0, 0 goes away, and this will give you exactly 20%. Yes, yes, brilliant, brilliant, Meghna. Brilliant, guys. Come on. Everybody has got the answer to be 20%. Very good, guys. Come on. Let's keep going. Let's keep cracking the next question, the next important question. I hope the second question is quite a bit visible for you. Yeah. So let's get going for the second question. What will be the right answer for the second one, guys? Come on, quickly, everybody. Come on, what will be the right answer? I think I'll better write it here. I'll better write it here. Come on. E has sold it for rupees. This is actually missing here. You can't able to see this now. I understand this. Kindly hold on. Kindly hold on. Just a second. I'll try to make some corrections here. Kindly hold on. Okay. Okay. I hope it is fine now. Yes. I think I hope it is fine now. Is that clear? Is that fine now, everybody? Yes, guys. Come on. What will be the right answer for the second question? I'll just try to orate the second question. Listen very carefully. Ramesh sold a book at a loss of 30%. Okay. And if he has sold it for rupees 140 more, okay, he would have made a profit of 40%. Okay. So you are asked to find what is the cost price of the book. Very simple question, but a lot of people will get confused how to exactly proceed, start doing the second question, right? Yes. So guys, come on. First of all, let me just give you a matter of 30 seconds and let's see who can bring me the right answer for the second question. Quickly, come on. Let this be a sort of challenge for everybody. So what will be the exact way of trying to do this? See, one thing I just want to pitch up here. The most important thing while trying to solve all the quant questions in the various exam preparations is now, you need to first understand the question 100%. If you really understand the question 100%, then 50% of your solution part is already over. Okay. So kindly make sure you understand the question. If 50% is already over, then the remaining 50 is there for you to finish up. So it's a little, very much, sort of intimation for everybody. Kindly try to understand the question 100%. So listen very carefully. I think Gauri Shankar has got option B. That is 200 as the answer. Okay, fine. So let's see whether Gauri Shankar answer is right actually. Okay. So listen very carefully, guys. Let's see how I can try to do this in the smarter way. Okay. I'll better not take too many multiple steps and do this. Let's try to bring down all the data in the tabular column. So what I do here now, I'll take this as CP. I'll take this as SP. The next column to be SP. Okay. Okay, wait. Just a second. I'll take the first column to be CP, the second column to be the either profit or loss percentage which I inferred, and the third column let it be SP. That's it. So these are the three columns I'll be taking. That's it. So now listen very carefully. I don't know exactly what is the cost price of the given book. So I'll just try to go for an assumption. What I do know, I'll assume the cost price of the given book to be 100x. Let's say if the book costs 400 rupees, definitely it's a multiple of 100, no? So it will be 100 into x. X I don't know. So x is what I will be finding in that. Okay, now listen very carefully. In the first case, if you see, Ramesh sold a book at a loss of 30%. So if that is the case, definitely Ramesh at a loss of 30% in the very first instance, he is trying to sell a book. So what could be the exact selling price of the given book now if he made a loss of 30%? What is 30% out of 100x? It's going to be 30x. So if 30x goes as a loss, then definitely my selling price will be what? 70x. That's it. So in the very first instance, Ramesh sold a book at a loss of 30%. So if 30% of 100x goes out, then the remaining 70x will be the selling price of the book. Okay. Next comes the important line. If he has sold it for rupees 140 more, if he has sold it for rupees 140 more, he would have made a profit of 40%. So if that is the case, again my cost price will be 100x only. In this, excuse me, in the second instance, the profit is 40%. So if the profit is 40%, what will be the selling price of the book now? It's going to be what? 100 plus 40, 140x. So now listen carefully. If I want to sell the book at a profit of 140x, I need to sell the book from 70x. So simply I can write it as 70x from this selling price where I make a loss of 30%. If I try to add rupees 140 more, I'll be getting the selling price of 140x where I get a profit of 40%. Very simple. That's it. So if you really got this equation, then the question is over. Come on. So what will be the answer for this question then? 70x is equal to 140 and the value of x to be 20. Sorry, the value of x to be 2. Very simple. You got the value of x. So now what is the cost price of the book? That's your question. So what will it be? 100 into 2 if you do. It's going to be exactly 200. Very, very good, Gauri Shankar. Very good. Phenomenal. You have got the right answer, guys. That's it. Have you guys got exactly how it's been done here? Give me a thumbs up if you're clear with this question. Come on. Have you guys got exactly the solution? If you really want any doubts or clarifications, you can really put forward so that I'll be very much happy to help you out. Is there any doubt regarding the second question? Very good, guys. Come on, let's keep going for the third question and let's see who can bring me up the right answer for the third question. Come on, quickly. The question is, a shopkeeper purchased 510x at the rate of rupees 20 per dozen. Okay, fine. 30x were broken on the way. Okay. In order to make a gain of 20%, he must sell the remaining eggs at the rate of what? That's your question. Come on, quickly. So what could be the exact right answer for the third question? I'll give you a matter of 30 seconds and let's see who can crack me the right answer for the third one. Quickly. Guys, and இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் for those anybody couldn't exactly get what I'm trying to convey. உங்களுக்கு தமிழ்லயும் பேசணும்னா I can able to talk that. So அப்பப்போ I'll try to talk in Tamil also. So I'll be both bilingual. So English will be the mainstream, but anga Tamil will also. Okay, for all the people who are preparing for TANCET and all the other various management related exams. Okay. So yarna puriliya third question, you can kindly let me know in the chat box. Come on. So, 30 x were broken on the way. Okay. Fine. 30x were broken on the way. Okay. So, yarna puriliya, yarna puriliya third question, you can kindly let me know in the chat box. Come on. 30x were broken on the way. Okay. Fine. 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 30x were broken on the way So the thing is what actually, guys, the third question, a shopkeeper, he purchased 510x at the rate of rupees 20 per dozen. Okay. So now listen very carefully. Or a dozen. First of all, you need to know what is one dozen. Or dozen. Or dozen I know. 100x. Correct. So I know that one dozen is equal to 12 eggs. Very simple. So 12 eggs he buys at the rate of 20. Right? Clear? So 12x he buys at the rate of 20. So if that is the case, 510x at what? Take it as x, do cross multiplicate. If you do that, 12 into x is equal to 510 into 20. Right? So if you do this, what exactly you'll be getting? What will be the value of x? Come on, kindly do this and tell me. I think we'll be getting 850 if I'm not wrong. 850, right? Is that clear, guys? So what does it mean? 12x he got for the price of 20 means 5 should have been purchased at the rate of 850. Okay, very simple. Come on, I just gave you a lead and let's see who can able to crack this. Let's see who can able to crack this. I just gave you a lead. Come on, how to do this, guys? 30x were broken. So listen carefully. From this I can say that the cost price of 510x, it is 850. That's it. So what? Giving 850 rupees, I've got, let's say, let's assume me to be the shopkeeper, and I've got 510x at the rate of, at the price of 850. So that's going to be my cost price. Now what happens, unfortunately, 30x were damaged, were broken. So if 30x were broken, how many remaining eggs I will be having? The remaining eggs will be 820, right? The remaining x will be 820, and in order to make a gain of 20%, so definitely this person, let's say me to be the shopkeeper, I want to make a gain of 20%. So gain of 20% means, listen carefully, this is my cost price and my selling price should be how much? Selling price is nothing but 850 plus 20% of this 850. 10% is 85, 20% will give you 170. So if I try to add this up, how much exactly I'll be getting? 1020 if I'm not wrong, right? So now this 1020 should be the selling price of how many eggs? Of how many eggs? It should be the selling price of 820 eggs. So what I simply do now, I just try to find price per egg. It is selling price per egg. How can I do that? It will be 1020 divided by 820. That is for the rupees, for 1020 rupees, I'm selling 820x. Why 820x? Because 30x is being broken. Okay. So if I want to find what is the selling price per egg, I just need to divide 1020 by 820. Very simple. Right? So if I do so, what exactly I'll be getting? Come on. What exactly I'll be getting? I think you'll be getting in points if I'm not wrong. You'll be getting in points. So 1020 divided by 820, if you do, you'll be getting 1.24. Let's assume to be 1.24. right? So you'll be getting one egg to be 1.24, right? So what you can exactly do, you need to find, he must sell the remaining eggs at the rate of, yeah, if you see the options are given in dozen. So what exactly you can do, you just simply do 1.24 into 12. Okay, so do this, come on. Where did I went wrong actually? Okay, now listen carefully. Out of 5 10x, what is the mistake I did? Come on, come on, come on. I just went it wrongly. Come on, guys. Come on. It's a faulty mistake. Come on. Mistake I did. See, cost price is 550, and the remaining egg. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Out of thing actually. Yeah, that's a mistake I did. So listen very carefully, guys. See, a total of 5 10 eggs you have. I'm really sorry for the mistake. Okay, 5 10 eggs, and out of 5 10 eggs, 30 eggs have been damaged. So if 30 eggs have been damaged, the rest will be what actually? 480. Really sorry for that. The remaining eggs is 480. Sorry, I thought 850 to be the total eggs. Sorry, it's really a manual error. So 480 eggs you have, and this 480 eggs. So if you do this 850 plus 20% of 850 you do, you'll be getting 1020. So 1020 divided by 480. This is your remaining eggs. I'm really extremely sorry for the law. So it's going to be what? 1020 divided by 480. That's it. So 1020 divided by 480. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I acknowledge it. Yeah. Thank you, Akshaya. So how much exactly you'll be getting? 1020 divided by 480. Yeah, if you do so. And they're asking you per dozen. Simply multiply this 12 also. So if you do multiply this 12 also, I think this will go exactly 40, and 0 goes out. So you'll be getting exactly 25.50. I'm not wrong. So the answer is what? We have got the answer. So be clear with the numbers actually. So we have 510x, and out of 510, 30 goes out, you'll be getting 480. Okay. So the answer is 25.50 per dozen. Okay. The answer is 25.50 per dozen. Everybody getting that? Guys, give me a thumbs up if you're clear with this. Yes, let's get going to the next question. Fourth one. The profit earned by a shopkeeper by selling a bucket at a gain of 8% is rupees 28. Is rupees 28 more than when he sells it at a loss of 8%. Okay. You need to find what is the cost price of the bucket. I think this is much more similar to the previous question what we have seen it, right? I think the question number 2, if I'm not wrong, right? So listen very carefully. We can able to do this like in the same way. I'll try to find the cost price, the profit or loss percent which I inferred, and the selling price. If you try to do this, let's assume the cost price to be 100x. And what happens now? The profit earned by the shopkeeper by selling a bucket at a gain of 8% is rupees 28 more. This is really important. Is rupees 28 more when he sells at a loss of 8%. So listen carefully. When a shopkeeper, if he sells the bucket at a loss of 8%, his selling price will be 92x, right? Again, if my cost price is 100x, now he is selling at a profit of 8%. So my cost price, selling price will become 108x. So now, if this 92x, if it wants to become 108x, I need to sell it 20 rupees more, 28 rupees more. So if that is the case, then I can say that 92x plus 28 is equal to 108x, right? So from this, 28 is equal to how much exactly we'll be getting? It would be 16x, right? So now try to find what is the value of x. What is the value of x? So if you do that, you'll be exactly getting 1.75. The value of x to be. If the value of x is 1.75, you're asked to find what is the cost price of the bucket. So it's going to be what? 1.75 into 100 if you do, you're exactly getting 175. So the answer for the fourth question is absolutely option C, 175. Clear everybody? Give me a thumbs up if you're clear with the fourth question. Let's quickly go for the fifth question of today's session. Yes. Is that clear, guys? Yeah. Very good, Gauri Shankar. Yes, come on. Let's keep going for the fifth question. A shopkeeper proposes that he sells a commodity at a profit of 30%, and in the process, he also uses a weight which is 20% less. Okay. So what is his overall profit percentage? That's your question. So listen very carefully, guys. What he tries to do, the shopkeeper, he tries to profess that he sells a commodity at a profit of 30%. Okay. So now let's try to assume the cost price to be 100x. So what will be the selling price? He tries to profess this. It's going to be 130x, where he tries to portray that he is getting only the profit of 30%. But in the process, in the chain, what is the falsy thing which is doing? He uses a weight which is 20% less. So listen very carefully, guys. Let's try to go for an assumption here. Let's say I purchased 1 kilogram, 1 kg of rice. 1 kg is nothing but 1000 grams of rice at rupees, let's say to be 100. Okay. So what I exactly do? So 1000 grams of rice, it cost me 100 rupees. Okay. I go to a shop and I try to ask the shopkeeper, give me 1 kg of rice. But what this bloody fellow is doing, instead of giving me 1000 grams of rice, he tries to reduce the weight by 20%. What is 20% of 1000? 10% is 100. 20% is what? 200. So he tries to steal 200 grams of rice by weight actually. So what is the exact weight quantity which he gives to me? Only 800 grams. 800 grams would be worth rupees what? 80 rupees. So this is actually the cost price of the shopkeeper. The exact grams which goes out from the shop is 800 and it is worth rupees 80. Okay, be very careful with this. But what actually is the shopkeeper needs to give 1000 grams, right? He needs to give 1000 grams. So if that is the case, 1000 grams worth rupees 100. With this, he is adding a profit of 30%. So that will worth rupees 130. So the actual cost price for the shopkeeper is is 80, and the selling price which I pay for the shopkeeper is 130. Now tell me what is the exact profit which this fellow makes. It's going to be 130 minus 80. If you do, it will be exactly 50 rupees. So 50 rupees is exactly the profit the shopkeeper attains. And if you try to find what is this overall profit, the overall profit will be what? Profit percentage. It's going to be 50 by the cost price. How much exactly is the cost price now? The actual cost price. 80 into 100, that's it. So if you try to do so, I think you'll be exactly getting 62.5% if I'm not wrong. So the answer is option 4. 62.5% is this overall profit percentage for the shopkeeper. I hope this explanation is clear for everybody. And if you're really clear, உங்களுக்கு இது தெளிவா புரியுதுனா மறக்காம give me a thumbs up in the live chat. Come on. Come on, guys. You guys are clear with this? The fifth question. Yes. ரொம்ப பேசி பேசி வாயில வர வலிக்குது extra. Is that clear for everybody? This is one very important challenging question. Kandipa you can expect it. An answer exam you expect பண்ணலாம். Not only for TANCET but all the various other exams for test, maths, CMAT, XAT, exact, etc. Okay. Definitely you can expect these sort of questions from profit and loss. Very, very important. Okay. Very good, guys. Let's keep going for the sixth question. Listen very carefully. Another challenging question for you guys, and let's see who can bring me the right answer. Right. So the cost of 8 chocolates is equal to the selling price of 12 chocolates. Okay. What is the profit or loss percentage? That's your question. That's your question. So listen carefully, guys. Let's see how I can able to address this question. Listen very carefully. The cost of 8 chocolates, that is the cost price of 8 chocolates, that is equal to selling price of 12 chocolates. So selling price of 12 chocolates. Okay. So from this, you tell me whether am I making exactly the profit or loss here in this given statement. The cost price of 8 chocolates is equal to selling price of 12 chocolates. So absolutely I can say that I'm making a loss here, absolute loss here. And I just want to find how much exactly is the loss. So that's the question here. So how to calculate this? First of all, listen very carefully, guys. From this, cost price of 8 chocolates is equal to selling price of 12 chocolates. How to do this? Everybody, any idea how to do this question? Yeah. I'm just looking for the answer. Yes, Kumar, and I'll take water. Definitely. I think it is kind of sort of okay now. Thank you for your concern. And let's see who can give me a lead for this beautiful question. I'm just looking for a lead from somebody. Let's see who can strike me out with a beautiful lead question. Yes, come on, guys. I'll try to do this. Listen very carefully. I'll go for an assumption. Okay, listen carefully. Let the cost price of one chocolate be rupee 1. Then what will be the cost price of 8 chocolate? It's going to be rupees 8. And what will be the cost price of 12 chocolates? It will be rupees 12. Very simple, right? So what you can exactly do now? I'll first try. No, I definitely know that this fellow is incurring loss here. And if I really want to find what is the loss percentage, loss percentage is actually what? Loss by CP into 100. So loss is actually what? CP minus SP by CP into 100. So now listen very carefully. I will try to take 12 chocolates as a quantity now. What is the cost price of 12 chocolates, guys? Cost price of 12 chocolates is what? 12 minus what is the selling price of 12 chocolates? That is actually equal to the cost price of 8 chocolates. And what is cost price of 8 chocolates? Rupees 8, very simple. Divided by what is cost price of 12 chocolates again? It is 12 into 100, very simple. So if you try to simplify this, you'll be getting 4 by 12 into 100, and 4 by 12 is nothing but 1 by 3, and 1 by 3 you already know that what is the exact percentage for that. 33.33%. So the right answer for the sixth question is option 4, 33.33%. Very simple. Is that clear? See, நீங்க ஒண்ணு முக்கியமா நீங்க என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா 12 சாக்லேட் எடுக்கிறீங்கன்னா 12 சாக்லேட் you need to take it for both the cost price and the selling price. You should not take cost price for 12 chocolates, and you should not take selling price for 8 chocolates. That will not give you meaning. So make sure that the quantity of the chocolate, the number of chocolates should be same for both the selling price and the cost price. Okay? Clear? Is that clear, everybody? Hi, Monisha. Welcome to the live chat. Come on, do show some participation in the live chat so that it will be engaging for you and me as well. See, definitely, I just want to pitch up one thing here. Taking classes online, no, it's something talking to yourself on the wall. So if I get something in return through the live chat, I'll be very much pleased and happy to do this job henceforth. Okay, come on, do show some involvement, please. That's what I really demand. Okay, kindly have some sympathy. Okay, come on, guys, let's go for the seventh question of today's session. That is, by selling 40 candies, the candy man made a loss equal to the selling price of 10 candies. What is the loss percentage? So I think this is much more similar to the previous question that we did for the sixth question. So now listen, by selling 40 candies, that is, selling price of 40 candies, we made a loss. So listen very carefully. By selling 40 candies, this candy fellow made a loss equal to the selling price of 10 candies. So I can simply write that loss on 40 candies is equal to selling price of 10 candies. Very simple. That's it. And if I try to further improve this equation, what is loss actually? Loss is actually what? Cost price minus selling price, right? So I can write that cost price of 40 candy minus selling price of 40 candy equal to selling price of 10 candy. And if I bring this selling price to the right hand side, I'll be getting exactly cost price of 40 candy is equal to, already you have 10 here, 10 plus 40, selling price of 50 candy. That's it. So one beautiful relation, I have got this just by extending it. So now listen very carefully. Again, I'll try to go for an assumption. Let cost price of one candy be rupee 1. Okay, and what will be the cost price of 40 candy? Cost price of 40 candy will be what? 40 rupees. And the cost price of 50 candy will be what? 50 rupees. That's it. I definitely know that this person is making a loss. So if I try to find what is loss percentage is actually CP minus SP by CP into 100. If I try to fix the number of chocolates to be 50, what will be the cost price of 50 candies? Cost price of 50 candies will be what? 3 rupees minus what will be the selling price of 50 candy? That is actually equal to cost price of 40 candy. And I know that cost price of 40 candy is 40 divided by, again, cost price of 50 candies. Cost price of 50 candies is what? 50 into 100. That's it. So if you do so, you'll be getting 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is exactly 20%. Very simple. Come on. Nothing to complicate in the seventh question as well. Very easy question. If you're clear with this, give me a thumbs up, guys. Is that clear, everybody? Give me a thumbs up if you're clear with this. Guys, இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்னன்னா, profit and loss is one very easy as well as what so much frequently used topic in various exams. Definitely, if you go for all various exams, definitely one question, at least one question will be there in profit and loss. So make sure See, I'm talking about at least factor. At most, you can get 4 or 8 questions also. So it varies. So make sure you're really confident in profit and loss. That's really, really important. Okay. And if you're clear with this, give me a thumbs up with this quickly. Let's go for the 8th question of today's session. Yeah. And let's see who can bring me the right answer for the 8th one. If the cost price of 25 pence is equal to the selling price of 20 pence, okay, then profit percent is what? That's a question. So listen very carefully. Better not complicate this. Cost price by selling price is equal to 25 by 20. That's it. So I've got the ratio. How? If cost price is 25, selling price will be 20 just by looking at the pence I did. And if you try to simplify this ratio, you'll be getting what? 5 by 4. Okay. Now listen very carefully. What I can exactly do here. Come on. I just gave you a beautiful lead for everybody. And let's see who can bring me up the right answer for this question. Yes. Come on. Who can bring me up the right answer for this question? First is the ratio. Listen very carefully, guys. If the cost price of 25 pence is equal to the selling price of 20 pence, okay, then the profit percentage which you need. This cost price of 25 pence equal to selling price of 20 pence. If that is the case, listen very carefully. If cost price goes to the right hand side and 20 goes to the left hand side, how much it will become? How much it will become? You'll be getting, or let's say I'll bring the selling price to the left hand side. That will be much easier. Okay, listen very carefully. If I bring the selling price to the left hand side, it will go to the denominator. Like in the same way, if I bring this cost price, 25 pence to the right hand side, it will go to the denominator. So CP by SP is equal to 20 by 25. I've got this. Now listen very carefully. If I try to simplify this, I'll be getting 4 by 5. And most importantly, if the cost price is 4 parts, my selling price is 5 part, which means what will be the profit? Profit is actually 1 part. Is that really clear for everybody? Listen very carefully how I did this. If my cost price is 4 part, then my selling price will be 5 part, which is 1 part profit with that. Okay, so my profit is 1 part. And if I really want to find what is the profit percentage, that's your question, no? You need to find the profit percentage. So profit percentage is equal to profit 1 part divided by cost price. Cost price is what? 4 parts into 100. That's it. So 1 by 4 will exactly give you 85%. Very simple. Okay. Nothing to complicate with the 8th question, and give me a thumbs up if you're clear with the 8th one. Quickly, come on. I think we are nearing to the end point of today's session, and let's go for the 9th question of today's class, right? A man bought 25 crates of oranges for rupees 10,000. Okay. He lost 5 crates. In order to earn a total profit of 25%, okay, of the total cost, he would have to sell each of the remaining crates at. So listen very carefully. You are asked to find what should be the selling price per crate. Okay. So listen very carefully. The cost price of 25 crates, that is 10,000 rupees. Okay. Clear. And what happens? 5 crates have been lost. So what will be the remaining crates now? Remaining, I'll be left with only 20 crates. So this 20 crates, I need to sell it with a profit of the total cost of 25%. So if you do so, selling price of 20 crates, that should be how much? 10,000 plus 25% of 10,000. What is 25% of 10,000? This will roughly give you 2,500. So it's going to be 12,500. So the cost price of 20 crates should be 12,500, means you are asked to find, selling price of 20 crates, if it is 12,500, means you are asked to find what is selling price of one crate. How to do that? 12,500 divided by 20 if you do. How much exactly it will be? 625 if I'm not wrong. So the answer is exactly option B. 625 should be the selling price of each crate, the remaining crates, by making a total profit of 25% of the total cost. Okay, you're getting this, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you're really clear with this. Very good, Gauri Shankar. Brilliant. Yes. Well, let's get going for the last question of today's session. Okay. இதோட profit and loss முடிதா அப்படின்லாம் கேட்காதீங்க. நம்ம நிறைய question we didn't do it from discounts. Okay. So the discounts questions, all the interesting questions from mark price and discounts will be handled in the next session, that is on tomorrow's class, exactly sharp at 9 p.m. Okay, make sure you have the regular attendance so that you can learn along with me. And one more important clarification, I'll not be taking only the quant part. I'll be shifting with data sufficiency, I'll be shifting with verbal, I'll be shifting with business analysis, very importantly. Okay, so that you can have a multiple learning perspective from my side to your side and make it more beneficial. Okay, that's really important. And let's get started with the last question of today's session. Listen very carefully. Instead of calculating profit on cost price, a shopkeeper made a mistake of calculating profit on selling price. Okay, and as a result his profit percent was 33.33%. So let's try to break this out. In fraction it will be 1/3. Okay, what should be his actual profit percent? So listen very carefully, guys. I already told you that you should calculate profit only on cost price. You should calculate loss percent only on cost price. So you should not calculate profit or loss percent on selling price, most importantly. But in this question, he made a mistake. He calculated this profit percent on selling price. So how to do this actually? So what I simply do now, if this fellow, if he tries to calculate profit on selling price, that's actually what? Profit by SP. What is profit actually? That is SP minus CP by SP. That is equal to 1/3. This is what I got. SP minus CP by SP is equal to 1/3. Right? They are asking you to find what is this actual profit. Actual profit, how will you find it? Actual profit percentage will be what? SP minus CP by CP. This is what you need to find it into 100. This is what you need to find it exactly, right? So what I need to do, if I try to cross multiplicate, or better known cross multiplicate, this equation simply means what? If SP minus CP is equal to 1, then your SP is equal to 3. If you try to substitute SP is equal to 3 here, 3 minus CP is equal to 1 and CP will be ultimately 2. Got the value of CP to be 2. Now try to substitute it here. What is SP minus CP? You know that already it is 1. So 1 by, what is CP? 2 into 100. So 1/2 is absolutely what? 50%. So the answer for this question is option 2. 50% is the absolute right answer for the 10th question. Clear? எல்லாருக்கும் புரியுதா? நான் ஸ்பீடா போற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா kindly let me know so that I can able to reduce my pace. And if you're really flexible with my wavelength of teaching, kindly give me a thumbs up. And if there is any future future suggestions or recommendations you want to put forward, feel free to put it in the live chat. I'll be answering and acknowledging each and everybody. Okay, so feel free to do that. And hopefully in the next classes we'll try to see more sort of interesting questions from our side to your side, and let's make it a healthy session. Okay, Clear, Gauri Shankar, beautiful. I've got too many people joining live session for today. Okay, I'm really glad for that. And kindly please refer your friends so that they'll also be, getting all sort of materials and stuff lively every day at 9 p.m. If you're really interested, and they'll also be studying with you, along with you, attending the session along with you, and it will be real fun as well. Okay, so kindly don't make a point of hesitation or reluctant. So kindly feel free to refer your friends as well. And we need to increase our daily live viewers to at least 20. We should not be still stuck with 7 or 10 viewers. So it should be something at least 20 or 30 if it takes. That would be a real um, healthy way of moving forward. Okay, so thank you, really thank you for all your efforts, guys. I'm really want to intimate that the schedule every day is from Monday to Friday exactly at 9 p.m. Don't fail to attend it lively. And if you really like my session, kindly, if you really want to take up any of the subscription, you can avail a promo code of KFDI10 where you will get a absolute 10% off. Okay. And if you really like my session, kindly do download the Unacademy app where you'll be getting a special classes that is absolutely free. You can watch it, relearn it, rewatch it a number of times. Okay. So don't forget to join us on YouTube, Unacademy CAT4MBA, and also most importantly in Telegram, TANCET MBA. Okay. So with this, signing off. Have a pleasant